67 years ago, Lynn Mason, now Lynn Thornhill, lost her father before she was even born, when the aircraft he co-piloted during a supplies dropping mission in Malaya crashed, killing all 8 of his crew members. However, only until recently, not much was known about the circumstances surrounding their deaths, and Thornhill grew up believing that the Royal Air Force Liberator KL-645 aircraft her father, Flying Officer Edward Donald Mason, and his fellow servicemen had perished in, had crashed at sea. In 1991, a report by some Orang Asli living in the interiors led the Royal Malaysian Air Force to discover the aircraft wreckage, which had crashed deep in the jungle some 16 kilometers from Seremban. Further excavation efforts at the site by the Malay Historic Group, Malaya Rex Research Group, Malaysian Armed Forces and several individuals over a period of 10 years recovered some bone fragments and several personal items which belonged to the fallen servicemen. The 8 crew members include pilot John Selwyn Watts, navigator William Kenneth Dovey, air bomber John Trevor Bromfield, air gunners Arthur Turner, Raymond Arthur Towell and William Ross, and flight engineer Jack Blakely will be given an official burial with full military honours at the Cheras Road Commonwealth War Grave Cemetery. Thornhill says finding out how her father had died and finally laying him to rest would provide some form of closure for her and her family.
I know very little at all, to be honest.
Your mum didn't talk about
No,
it?
she doesn't talk about it a lot, no. Just different and pleasant, yeah, at times.
Okay.
But I had a very happy childhood. I was very well looked after. My grandparents really helped my mother and myself, so I owe them a big debt of gratitude. I'm very grateful to Mr. Ford and Mr. Macy for all that they've done. And you know, this is good, but it also feels very surreal.
John Dovey, who was only 7 when his older brother William died in the crash, says that he and his siblings have never forgotten their brother.
Well, there's only one family photograph of the 4 of us together, taken when he came home from Canada where he'd been trained and before he went to India where the operation started from. So that's the only photograph that there is. And that must have been towards the end of 1944, I think.
Dovey, the youngest in the family of 4 siblings, was accompanied by his 3rd brother Jeffrey at the media conference. He says that even though it was a relief for them to finally be able to witness William's burial, their memories of their brother would always remain alive.